What's up, Rockets fans? Here watching my Chiefs play, but I'm gonna get this in because I was watching the Rockets too, man. That was a great performance by us. We put it on the Blazers. That's good to see. 8-game win streak now, y'all. That's always good. You know, sitting at the top of the West right there with the Lakers. The defense is really coming together. I'm gonna tag in some thoughts I have in the previous 2 games at the end of this video. We just wanted to talk about this real quick. It was a great performance by Russ and James. Probably the best game they've had as a duo. Harden dropping buckets, doing his thing, but Russ was just full MVP Russ tonight. Triple-double Russ face. All over the glass, attacking the basket, finding guys. It was awesome, man. It was great to see us just put it on them, getting stop after stop. Capella on the glass. Capella's playing really great. These rebounds, just blocking shots. He's been a defensive anchor, man. It's been great. The Rockets are starting to really look scary with the shooters and the playmakers. I mean, this is fun stuff. I'm really excited to see where this team goes. Like you guys will hear me say a little later, I feel really strong that this team can win a championship, and led with James, and it's Russ figures everything out and fits in. This is going to be a dangerous team, man. So I'm excited for them. Make sure you guys listen to these words I'm going to say. I'm going to just show you guys some highlights of the last couple games and go over that. But it's an exciting time, man. This is a great team. It's going to be a real fun season. We still got room to improve too. EG's got to get back. Again, some guys are just going to get even more comfortable. So, again, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're, a Rockets fan and like this video. And make sure you stay to the end of this because I'm about to drop some highlights and just talk about some of the rest of the games that I missed. But, all right, now I'm going to get back to my Chiefs. What's going on, guys? Thanks for being me again for another Houston Rockets video, man. I didn't have a video on the back-to-back game. I just wanted to do this to kind of talk about those games and talk about the Rockets and this streak we've been on, man. It's been a lot of fun. Again, I told you guys coming in I was a Russ fan converting over to a Houston fan, and I kind of want to just talk about how the team's doing and what the great things I'm seeing and from Harden and some of the things I noticed about the team that I really like, and just talking about where we fit in the West and all that right now, just really everything. So let's kind of get into that. But first, let's just talk. We're on a 7-game win streak. We just, closed up a back-to-back, won both games. Won the second one almost by 20 points, wasn't it? So great performances by Harden. Obviously, we'll get to him, in the video. But some of these other guys are starting to really, show their worth on the team. I think before his injury, we saw Daniel House was really going to be a high-level player for this team. He really fits what we want to do, and he's going to be back. I think this next game he'll be back, so that's going to be good. But Ben McLemore, he's going to be coming off the bench. He fits this offense great, and getting him going, that's going to really help those bench units with Russ when EG gets back. If you got Russ, EG, and Ben out there, that's some high level. That's a lot of spacing out there. Against some teams, you can even fit Rivers into that lineup. Against certain teams, so it's going to be fun to see where this team goes. I think there's still a lot of room for improvement, which is great to say. Tyson's been playing well the last couple games. I'm not going to get too excited about how he's looked the past couple games. I just think that at his age, you never know. Like next week, he could just be completely, looking like a broken down guy. So I'm happy to see that he's been able to step up these past couple games, but Capella's been hurt. But I don't know what to expect moving forward there. It'd be nice to see Hardenstein maybe develop into a guy that we could trust in those spots when Chandler is, not giving his best. Because I do think Chandler can add things and do things to the game as a role-playing backup center. But at his age, it's just not going to be 3 times a week like we're needing. Maybe if we could allow him to just play once a week, pick 1 game a week for Tyson to play for the rest of this year. I think that'd be the best way to manage him. But that's probably not going to be able to happen. Other guys, Austin Rivers been stepping up well and playing great. Capella before his injury been playing the classic Capella role, giving us great defense. And speaking of the defense, guys, not a lot of people know, but over this 7-game win streak, the Rockets have the #1 defense in the NBA. Like, imagine that. Like, this team that was just giving up all kind of buckets, to start this season.
has the number one defense in the NBA. And I was saying the whole time, like it was more of a focus thing. You never heard me one time talk about this team's not going to be able to defend. I would say no. Like, I actually see a lot of good defensive things. There's just been some breakdowns in focus. It's like their system, they weren't quite yet tightened up on it as a team, and now they are. It's really been from everybody. Russ is playing great defense. Harden's playing good defense. For himself. Like, if Harden's your worst defender out there, he's focused. Like, that's a really good thing. Russ is out there doing things. PJ, everybody. The only guy that has not had the greatest defense would be Eric Gordon, but he's been out, so maybe that's part of why it's been good, because he hadn't been playing the best defense. But we've seen Eric Gordon play good defense before. There's no reason to think that as he sees everybody else locking in, that he couldn't also lock in and give us some good defensive efforts too. So again, this team is going to be really good. I think that it really is looking like the West right now. I think the three teams people are looking at are the Clippers and the Lakers and Houston. I wanted Houston to prove to be right there, and I was optimistic that they would. But at this point in the season, I think it's undeniable with the room they still have to improve. Russ over this streak has been not as good as he was to start the season, the first 4 or 5 games or so. But again, he hasn't been. They've still been able to win through it. I said the same thing when Harden was struggling. It's great to see the team can still win through it, and Russ is going to be fine, guys. I think that what we have to realize, even as a Russ fan, is that this is a secondary support role that he's playing, and he's still getting comfortable with that too. I think that he could do for not shooting as many jumpers, as I've always said, and I think that's just part of still figuring out that, hey, I am the secondary guy. There's other guys on this team. The team doesn't need me to do this for us to come back and win. Like, and he's done a great job of that. Like I said, his defense has really been great. He's locking in on things he needs to do well, and it's good to see. And I'm so happy for him. Just him being on a 10-3 team like that feels great to me. Just over the last couple of years, guys have been trying to get on Russ for not being a winning player, when throughout his entire career, his NBA career, he's been a winning player. You can't take those OKC Durant years, the rest in KD years from him. You can't do that. You don't do that for any other player. And it was such a long period of his career. It'd be different if it was, only 2 of those years were great. Like, no, like they had like 6 great years there, 6-7 great years. Like, it's not. You can't take that away from anybody. And he was right there. He was an all-star, all-NBA player each and every one of those years. Not one of those players was Russ just a role player. He was, right there. So I'm so happy for him, and I'm happy for this Houston team. Because they've been at it for these years, and to have to the team continuing to stay there, to make this trade, and it seemed to work, and with only room to get better. I mean, that's awesome, and I really do feel even stronger that this team can win a championship. I really do think that now, and the biggest reason for that, guys, is James Harden. This is a guy, again, I've been an OKC fan for a while, so I have watched and seen James Harden develop over the years, and not enough people are talking about the simple fact that he's just been getting better. Like, he's his floater, that floater that he's making so much now. He's always had the floater, but it's never been a more consistent part of his game than the last couple of years. When he's got that thing down, he's always been a beautiful passer. Always. People were saying, he's just became a passer that one year he averaged double-digit assists. Like, no, Harden's always been a brilliant passer. He's just a brilliant player. His pace, his strength, obviously, like his balance when he's hitting his off the dribble shots, but his balance to the basket, being able to have guys on his hips still find those passes to Capella or out in the corner. I mean, teams are trying whatever they can to stop him. Like, that's one of the things I'm noticing. Like, they are trying to double him, triple him. Like, he's just running these guys. He's able to make these plays. They're trying to do everything they can to stop him, and they can't stop him. They cannot stop him. It's a beautiful thing, and that's really going to be the reason why the Rockets, I think, have a chance to win the championship. It's even last postseason, I thought he played better. It was a great postseason for him. I don't think he was, obviously he wasn't great the entire series, but he wasn't the reason they lost to the Warriors at all. He was, I thought it was a great series for him, honestly. I don't know how it was viewed by Houston Rockets fans. I wasn't, talking about the team that much, but I thought he played a great series. And I think he can build upon that this postseason. And again, with Russ, just a secondary player that can just do much more around what Harden can do, from his rebounding, his defense, just the playmaking. Like, some guys just make plays. If you guys watch the Richmond Spiders, I do cover their videos. It's a college team, but they have Jacob Gilliard, one of the best point guards in the country. That's a guy that just makes plays no matter how they need to be made. He's always at the tops in steals, on-ball steals, off-ball steals. Team get the rebound, poking away steals, stealing off, bouncing on dudes' legs. Like, whatever he needs to do, he's making plays, getting in tough situations on the drive, finding guys open for three, finding guys in the roll, just making plays. This is what Westbrook does. Russ just makes plays. Like, Russ will grab a rebound no one saw coming, get an offensive board, tip it back in, kick it back out, get to the basket, kick out to a three-point shooter just so quick before the defense even knew it was coming. Like, Russ just makes plays out there. Just all kind of plays that you can't account for. Like, he's the best. If there's a loose ball, Russ is on it. Like, no one gets a loose ball better than Russell Westbrook. Whether rebound, steal, whatever it is. So that's just a dynamic that they didn't have, from CP3. It's going to be. I'm excited for it. Let's keep this up. Let's keep improving. Win streaks are going to end at some point, but we gotta just keep on building upon what we're doing, and hopefully the best is yet to come. So thank you for watching this video. Please like it, guys, for me, and subscribe if you're new. I got each video on each and every Rockets game this season, so it's been a fun ride. And again, thanks for watching. All right.